What is up, guys? This is Carl. Welcome to the account of Mr. Gunnerlations. Well, we've got some problems, man. At first glance, this Stolen Foulbeard build might not look so bad, man. The speeds are okay. The crit rate is like almost on point. Crit damage not looking too shabby. Oh god, but there's a flat attack chest piece. We check out some other builds, man. A lot of rank 16 gear here that happens to be 4 stars on the gear, man. So what stats are on this bit of HP percent? Accuracy? Okay, at least that's fine. Oh god. And then we discover the flat attack boots, man. I'd rather wear a pair of Crocs than these flat attack perception boots in real life. That's what I think of those. Also, the random crit damage amulet I'm noticing as well. We've got like no crit rate on the Geomancer, but you best believe that when we do crit, we're gonna hit a little bit harder than we otherwise would for this crit damage amulet. We then have the world's slowest to go, which doesn't really help things out as well. We've got a Rectidrat who's also, it doesn't so much move as in she just kind of leans as if ushered by a strong wind rather than actually moving. She's that bloody slow, which isn't that great, and she doesn't have the accuracy to land a decreased attack debuff on the A1 as well. I haven't actually checked out where the skill books have gone yet, but I am noticing that the Rector is not booked just yet. We'll get to that when we get to it, man. We got problems, we fit to solve them, man. Hey, you guys want to kickstart a new raid account, man, the right way, you might as well get it in right now by using the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box, man. Click on that link, man, on laptop or PC and use that link to create a new raid account, man. Get off to a fresh start, or send that link to a friend who's looking to start playing raid to get off to a start on a new raid account, man, with all the free stuff that you see on screen right now, including a start, a legendary champion, and a few free epics as you level up your account, man. Best beginner promo link going. You guys know the drill. Now, I gotta say, man, kudos to Mr. Gunnerlation here in terms of the roster that he's assembled and the champions that he's chosen to take up to 60. I think that in general, like, Bevald is a badass, to go's great. Like, there's not a single level 60 here that I think, like, ooh, why have we maxed up like a bloody, like a Titus or something, you know, which is easy bait for like a newer player to say, oh, well, everyone's saying that Titus is good, I'm going to build a Titus, and they have no idea how to like support a Titus with other champions and big shield champions and stuff like that. And so overall, man, the champions that we've chosen to build and up look great. The Ugo's fully booked as well. Geo's fully booked, which is lovely. To-Go's fully booked. Where are the other epic skill tomes going then? Oh, okay, we booked up the Demitha before the Rector, which I gotta say is probably a little bit of a mistake, let's be real. What about the Stag Knight's not booked either though. Ugh, that's the highest priority of them all, man. So what we're going to do in this video, Stag Knight's highest priority of all, by the way, we're going to get to some team building on this account, and we're going to use building some teams on this account to very, very easily pinpoint exactly which champions we should build next on this account, and you can do this on your own account as well, man. We're going to walk you through it, you know what I'm saying? In case you're also a beginner player yourself. Because I'll be really honest, man, there's a lot of directions that we could go on this account here. I'm not going to turn this into a sort of who to max next episode or something. Let me just see if I can just drag my camera out of dodge real quick. Oh, now I'm facing the wrong way, though. There we go, man. I flipped the hell out of my camera. Yeah, we've got a lot of options here that we could easily be baited into going, man. Like the Kaima, the Eudex, if you've got a soul for him. Staltus on this account as well. Oh, Staltus is an absolute giga chad. We've got Ishiyama as well. We also did do the Donatello fusion. We do have Michelangelo on the account as well, so we've got that little duo going for us. That's an absolutely sweet option. And so while we will get to fixing the builds in a sort of follow-up account takeover on this account, and honestly, man, I've went ahead and rebuilt some of the champions already and just like saved the new builds and the presets. Like some of these upgrades, oh my god, I'm gonna like triple the strength of some of these champions, man. I'm very, very proud of myself, but that's a whole other topic, you know what I'm saying? What we're gonna be doing and what you gotta be doing on your own account as well, if it comes time to figure out what champions you want to build up next on your account, all you want to do is the following. Go to your bloody dungeons, okay? Start with Ice Golem's Peak, just for example. This is the first of the main 4 dungeons right here. You're going to be building teams for Ice Golem, Spider, Dragon, Fire Knight, and Demon Lord Clan Boss. Those are like the 5 sort of key core fundamental teams that you've got to get right on your account in the early game. And I'm not going to go into what tools you need to bring into every single dungeon because I've done that a few times in a few guides very, very recently on the channel. Needless to say though, you need some good tanky champions and decrease attack debuffers and stuff like that going into Ice Golem. And this is the team that we are running currently, which I actually don't mind too much. Needless to say, no decreased attack debuff, no Calvalax, actually. What? How are we? Why are we running the Kale instead of the Calvalax? Gunnerlation. The Kale, by the way, is rocking bloody lifesteal gear, which you might think to yourself, oh, but his build is fine. This is obviously the campaign farmer. No, it isn't. The Stolen Foulbeard is the goddamn campaign farmer, and the Calvalax is fully booked. and has like a better build already than the Kale, and I haven't even touched it yet. I haven't even tuned it up yet. You know what I'm saying? How are we not gonna go run the Calvalax into everywhere where poison is effective, you know? Ice Golem, Dragon, Demon Lord. I'm hoping that the man, I gotta check right now. I can't even wait. Dragon. We are running the Calvalax, right? My god! This is highly disconcerting. Now, it's a little bit of a defensible point here into Dragon. Fair enough, it's Magic Affinity Dragon, it's stage 20, and Calvalax is Spirit Affinity, and so he will be weak hitting into the Dagon. But even then, like, his passive can't weak hit. It just places 4 poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns at the start of every round. So like these poisons can't weak hit, these are always going to get placed onto the dragon, kinda no matter what. And then he's still got that 19% speed aura passive, which, I don't know dude, I still feel like he's probably worth the spot on the team, you know? We seem to have a little bit of an obsession going on with Demither as well, who we've just replaced Demither with Stagnite, and like every single team, spoilers by the way, I feel like every single team is just going to do a hell of a lot better. In fact, and I am going to go ahead and try and progress in all of the dungeons that I can as well in like the follow-up video on this account once I rebuild a bunch of champions. But for now, when it comes to picking what champions to build next on your account, I'm just gonna spoil it right now, dude. This is all you want to do, okay? Ice Golem, you need poisons, HP burns, decreased attack debuffs against the boss. You're also looking for things like ally protection buffs, AoE shield buffs, defensive stuff, okay? AoE heals, that kind of thing. And then HP burn and poison again for taking on the boss. And so that's the team that we've built right here, man. This is the new squad that I would recommend for Ice Golem, okay? And you want to do this with all of your dungeons and Demon Lord Clan Boss and plan out all of your teams in advance. Stagnite is going to feature in basically every single one of these teams, and so it's a no-brainer that we have to build up the Stagnite to 60 as quick as possible and get him fully booked up on this account, man. Brings a double hitter A1, brings decreased speed. We're going to be using him in Chimera as well. I didn't even think of that, actually, but that's like another area of the game. Stagnite's just good everywhere. Most importantly, though, of course, he brings the decreased defense, decreased attack debuff, strong versions, 100% land. Actually, it's a 95% land rate, which is very, very weird. I've always found that strange about that. Like, why not just make it 100% at that point? You know, very strange. But whatever, it's a 3-turn cooldown, very reliable, good stuff, you know. Key debuffs to bring almost everywhere in the game, frankly. And so, yeah, we're just going to replace the Demither with the Staggy and get the decreased defense and decreased attack debuff, most importantly going in Ice Golem. Calvalax is the aura lead for a speed aura, poison damage, good stuff. Now, if you check out the rest of the teams that we built, again, you can see Stagnite is going to feature in every single team up to and including Demon Lord because he brings a reliable decreased attack, and guess what? It's very, very important there as well. Into Spider's Den, you can see the team that we've thrown together here. We've got some Spider Specialist action, Tholan for clearing the Spiderlings. Tagor's going to feature in multiple teams because, well, we've already built them out on the account. We need an increased speed buffer at the end of the day. Armage's going to feature in a couple of teams as well. Spider, Finite. We don't have that many 10-meter controllers minus Armager and Staltus, right? Staltus is another champion that's going to feature in 3 of the teams that we built here. Spider, Finite, and Dragon. Okay, he has like an incredible role to play in all of those teams. It's slightly different for each squad, actually. Let me just go ahead and just going to jump over to Dragon real quick and show off that team all over again. Because we are just touching on, we're just like jumping around the teams right now. Why are we using Staltus into Dragon? Well, into Dragon, what do you want to bring? You're going to bring some form of wave control or wave clear just to get yourself to the boss. Beyond that, again, it's poisons, it's HP burn damage, and it is things like decreased defense, weaken. You're trying to kill the boss bloody quickly. Decreased attack is still going to be very, very powerful into this boss. The Stagnite does run the risk of weak hitting into Dragon in stage 20, but whatever, man. And Staltus, what's he all about into Dragon? Why is he so good? He's gonna annihilate the waves. Like with Staltus plus Tholan on the team, they're just going to eviscerate the waves very, very quickly and just get to the boss real fast. And then the boss happens to apply poison. Staltus is passive. Whenever an enemy attempts to place weakened debuff, a decreased defense, or a poison debuff on this champion, reflect it back at the attacker. And with how good poisons are against Dragon, being able to reflect those poisons back onto the Dragon is going to be very, very saucy. He also deals bonus damage by 5% per each debuff on the target as well. He's going to be reflecting a bunch of debuffs, and we've also got Calvalax as the aura lead on this team. We've got a lot of debuffs. This Staltus is going to be doing pretty solid damage against the Dragon. And just in case the Tholan fails to land his weaken, by the way, the Dragon does also apply weaken debuff alongside its poison debuff as well on its A2 skill. And so That's a lot of stuff. Staltus should be auto-applying that weaken back onto the dragon, man. Very, very good dragon killer champ. Also going to be using him into Spider for his ability to kill off all of the Spiderlings, and because he has a chance to stun all of the Spiderlings on his A2 as well, so him plus Thorlin are going to be incredible for clearing off the Spiderlings. We can just AoE the crap out of them, and he brings 10 meter control on his A1 skill as well, so Staltus is really going to be checking a lot of boxes for us for stuff that we need into Spider's Den as well, which again is why he features in multiple of these teams. And that just leaves us with Fire Knight, which we've gone ahead and thrown Morag into this squad as one of our ally attack champions. The Stag Knight's going to make it into that team for the decreased attack and to help out against the waves. And then we've got two 10 meter controllers and or wave killers, I guess, with Staltus and Armiger combining up together. We're going to be using Armiger in multiple teams as well. And so from a glance, just from looking at your teams like this, and this is the Demon Lord team as well, by the way. Very, very similar to the Dragon team, minus just throwing a Rectodreth in there for some more consistent, reliable heals and a Veil buff, which just reduces damage you take a little bit. You can see very, very easily what champions you want to build up next on the account. Just to get back to a little bit more light roastage, I just wonder, I don't know if it's roast worthy exactly, but I do wonder what team we are running currently to Demon Lord. So it looks like we're hitting into brutal difficulty Demon Lord. We haven't attacked into it today, so I don't know what kind of damage numbers we're dealing, but we're doing enough to get 21, the 21 million damage Grand Master chest. Let's go ahead and pick this up real quick because I'm curious. Just want to see what we got in here. HP percent? It's not very good. Fine. It's okay. And the team we are running is this. I don't mind this. It doesn't have a decreased attack debuff, which is a huge problem, which just makes it so that literally we just replace the Ugo with the Stag Knight. Okay, yeah, so that's the team that I built actually, right? Wait, no, what am I doing? There's no Geomancer in this team. That's a problem. Oh god, we're gonna get the to go out and get the Geomancer, and that probably just results in more damage even without the decreased speed. And to be fair, a way that we could maybe look to develop this team even more in the future and pump up that damage even more could be doing something like yeeting out the Thorlin and throwing in an ally protector with Taragi the Frog instead. But I'll go ahead and leave it as Thorlin Falbeard for the time being. Basically, we just need to get the Stag Knight into the team and make him work such that we have a reliable way of placing decreased attack debuff. That's what I'd do, man. So I'm just going to have a bit more of a nose around on the account now and see what like the shard situation is, what stuff that we are close to getting, are we spending our gems effectively, that kind of thing. We're only sitting on one sacred shard, which is a little bit sad. Not too many void shards. I'm assuming we just pulled these recently, or like sacreds during like the recent 2x event. If I had to guess. The shard situation on the account, we've got like half the ancients we need to do a fusion, half the voids we need to do a fusion, and we're way off in terms of sacreds, and so I wouldn't expect this account needs to pull any shards until like Christmas, man. It's in like a similar situation to my own free-to-play account where, yeah, it's time to just sit back and chill and just wait for big Christmas events and potentially a good Christmas time fusion. There's usually good shard pulling events that come along by Christmas, and that should give plenty of time to save up void shards and maybe enough time to get like 3 or 4 more sacreds and start thinking about potentially doing the Christmas fusion. So not too terrible of a shard situation, all things considered. In Wait Shadow Legends, having to save up for about 3 months to get your account back in order, that's not that bad. You know, that's actually quite good. Like, that's quite good standard in terms of resources in this game, which is kind of ridiculous, man. But, yeah, it's only 3 months. You know, I've done plenty of account takeovers where I'm like, bro, you are banned from pulling shards for 7 months, you know? So that's not too bad. We've also got the Guardian Ring slots unlocked as well, and the Gem Mine is fully upgraded too, so that's pretty good. The Great Hall, I believe, is coming together quite nicely. This is very, very nice to see. We did waste some spots going into resistance nodes here, and some random void HP nodes that are behind my camera right now, if you guys can see. What's all that about, dude? Okay, that's so random. Do we even have a void champion on the entire account? Probably got like 1 or 2. But yeah, the accuracy nodes all going up to rank 5, and then picking one of them and taking up to rank 10. That's generally speaking a good way to do it. Out of curiosity, our void champions do include, I guess, Demitha is up there. The Bellower, we don't need to touch him for a while. Building a campaign farmer, like a 12-second or like a 8-second campaign farmer, isn't the biggest priority in the world on an account at this stage in its lifespan. We do also have Broadmoor Fused and Titus Blackplume. Those resistance nodes will come in useful eventually in this account, I suppose, but not a big concern for us right now. Just focus on those accuracy nodes. I am kind of curious, what kind of Hydra teams can we put together on this account, given that we do have the Bivald who, oh dear god, man. Oh god, look at the speed. What speed exactly, right? He's a statue. We've got some great Hydra champions, man. I gotta get to the build section of this account takeover though. But before I do that, man, I'm gonna go in and just see what Hydra teams we can throw together. I can't imagine we're doing much of anything into Hydra, though I don't really have any evidence of that. I just can't imagine that we're getting that much done with Bivald of the Thorn, looking to be one of our only sort of reliable provokers on the account. Yeah, he's not bucked, and he's moving at like 120 speed. So, you know, even being in a provoke set, there's only so much you can do for controlling that Head of Decay into Hydra. Let's build some teams. And if your account does have a good Provoker champion and a good block buffs debuffer champion, which for this account is of course going to be the Ugo, that's fully booked. That's like half the battle, man. That's like the two major key roles that you need to bring into Hydra Clan Boss. And of course, decrease defense and decrease attack and some AoE heals and ideally a bit of debuff cleanse and AoE HP bends. All of these extra tools, the more of these tools that you can bring into Hydra, the better. But once you've got a good block buffs champion and a reliable Provoker champion on your account, you can start thinking about building your Hydra teams, so let's have it. And I'll tell you what, let's save this one in as the A team real quick, and we've got another team down here as the B team that does have a big gap in it, which we'll explain in just a second. This is a great little Hydra team, man. This is gonna be great. Again, the champions and the champion roster on this account, oh man. Like, it's really good. It's really quite excellent. We just got to fix up some of the builds and start building up some of these champions now, like the Stagnite and the Rector need to go up to 60, of course. Get them fully booked and all of that. And then this team's ready to kind of pop off into Hydra, right? This team right here that we're looking at right now, we get to run Thorlin as the Aura lead, which is lovely. Thorlin is a monstrous damage dealer as well. We're going to get decreased defense and block buffs from the Ugo. We're also getting the weakened debuffs, by the way, from Thorlin. I should point that out. We're then getting Provoke and some shielding coming in from the Bivald, and we can eventually build him up with very, very high resistance, potentially in the future, and use him as like a mischief tank. But I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit there. You know, this account doesn't really have the gear to support that right now, but it's something we can think about doing with Bivald in the future. We're getting Veil and Perfect Veil, and all kinds of heals and revive from the Rector, so that's the Head of Torment taken care of, right? Veil, mega useful against the Head of Torment, where if you attack into the Head of Torment without a Veil buff, it's going to apply a True Fear effect to your champs, so every time you touch that head without a Veil buff, and so Rector's bringing great extra tools for that. HP bends, weaken debuffs from the Geomancer, great damage dealer in general, and then decrease attack and another form of decreased defense, and even decreased speed coming in from Staggy. Very, very nice, man. Very, very nice. Now, the B team over here is going to take a lot more building, that's why it's the B team, but honestly, it's doing great as well. We've got like decreased attack, decreased defense coming in from Mikey, heals and cooldown reset, and another increased speed buff coming in from Donnie, which is fine. Staltus is just kind of standing in as like a not super optimal damage dealer, but him and Mikey are kind of like the best we can do for the B team. It's always going to be Wes, of course, the B team. What can you really do? But then we're getting decreased attack, block buffs from the Fat Pig. What's Norog? Oh god, I'm so sorry, Norog. That was so insensitive, man, to pig skinwalkers. I apologize, bro. A little bit of heals and revive, increased speed and stuff coming in from Tagore as well. Again, not the best option, but best we can do. The empty slot is just an empty slot for a Provoke champion. And so the Hydra teams can come together pretty nicely on this account as well. And so those are the champions I would build next on this account. There are a bunch of champions here that I would ignore for the time being. Demitha, great for like a block damage / unkillable type Demon Lord Clan Boss team once you've got the other champions to use alongside her, right? Man-Eater, maybe some cooldown reset. You know, take your pick of what Demitha team it is that you want to build, but we don't really have the components for it for right now. Jimasa, Epic Champ Reviver, she can stay 50 for a while and do just fine into Faction Wars. We don't need to think about her. Bellower, as I've already mentioned, great as a campaign farmer, not a priority to build on this account just yet. Armiger? You know what, man, if we don't pull any better Terminator controllers anytime soon, which we shouldn't, because we're banned from pulling shards on this account, because we don't need to, we've got plenty of champions to build, right? That's a good way to look at it on your own account as well, man. You've got plenty of good champions to build, and you plan out all your teams like this, and like, wow, I've got like 7 champions that I need to take up to level 60 to like min-max the teams that I've got. Makes it real easy to avoid temptation and just not pull shards in your account for a while. And so if we use the Armiger as a Terminator controller, we can go ahead and take him up to 60, get a banner on him, accuracy, speed substat on a banner. He's going to be a much more effective 10-meter controller. Lemonisi is a fine champion to build on up, but not in any rush to build her. And then there's a few legendaries here as well that are just a little bit niche for me. and that I wouldn't touch for a while. Samson Mash is a piece of garbage. Can't stand this guy. That's just my personal bias coming into it, you know. But yeah, there's plenty of champions here that are decent, that we can level up eventually. Stock the Broken is one that I didn't even touch on. Frankly, this is another great champion that we can maybe eventually use in Dragon and stuff like that. For me, at least, I don't think it's a massive rush, though, to build him out anytime soon. I gotta say as well, by the way, we're making some nutty decisions with artifacts that I spotted just a bit earlier on the account when I hit pause and recording. Well, we're attaching like some bloody good artifacts to level 40 random rare champions, like Mother Superior. Dude, why is she in like... This is a pretty good chestplate. For like a super early game account, this account's like X months old, 4 months old, something like that, 3 or 4 months old, maybe 5. Defense percent perception chestplate that even rolls into speed 1 time is valuable. Man, I feel like it shouldn't be on Mother Superior. This shield does good as well. Defense percent speed? Like, that's really not bad, man. I think Lasser's got a good headgear as well. Yeah, like defense percent double speed roll. Immortal headgear. Surely. Oh my god, man, that whistle. Surely, man, we can find a better home for these pieces of gear. You want to be focusing putting your best pieces of gear. Usually means like your highest crit rate gear and your best speed boots and just highest speed roll stats in general. You want these pieces of gear to be in your best champions, man. Free gear removal is a thing inside of the game now, and so it just won't do to have a 150 speed to Goro anymore when he's our only level 60 champion that's bringing increased speed buff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's time for me to rebuild some champions. This is more like the account overview session, talking about what champions to build next and stuff like that. Let's get to some rebuilds just now, man, because, yeah, this account needs it. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this happy little account overview section of this takeover. Let's get to some rebuilds in the next one right after I remind you all about the beginner promo link that is down below this video at the top of the description box, man. Click on that link down below this video and use that link to create your new account, man, for all of the freebies that you see on screen right now. And I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man. I was going to whistle again there, but I decided against it, man. I don't want to destroy your guys' earphones.